Do you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
Hey guys, and welcome to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Cynthia. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy March, new month. Like, what? I can't believe we're already in March. I feel like we were all complaining on social media that January was too long, and then February said, all right, bet. And it just like went on by super fast, and now we're in the third month of the year already. Like, oh my goodness, time needs to slow down. It low-key stresses me out, but trying to live in the moment. Anyway, I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. I hope you guys are all having a strong start to your week. I had, my weekend was good. I went wine tasting for my sister's pre-birthday celebrations, because you already know girls got to celebrate their birthday for the entire month. So we have like an event every single weekend for our birthday month. So my sister, we celebrated in Napa Valley Winery. So for those of you who are not in California or not familiar with California, Napa is a little more north in the Bay Area, probably like an hour or so from San Francisco. So we went there and it was great. But I'm a total lightweight and I can't handle wine anymore. I just like, it's crazy because I used to like be a big time drinker and when I was in college, and now I like don't even sip on wine casually. And literally I couldn't even hang. We went to our second winery or wine tasting spot, and I was already ready to KO, knock out. Like I was ready for my bed. So nonetheless, I had a great time. And not that any of you really care what I did over the weekend, but I just had to share. Anyway, let's get into what we're here to talk about. This topic I feel super passionate about, as well as one of my very best friends, Danielle. So I asked on Instagram some ideas, things that you guys wanted me to talk about on the podcast regarding overall health and wellness. And this was a huge one that was recommended to from one of my best friends. So I'm here to talk about it because I feel very passionate about this, and I feel like more people need to just need more information and knowledge regarding this topic. So here we are. Let's get into it. As far as like, you guys know, there are multiple dimensions to wellness. The most common ones we think about are physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social even. But how about environmental wellness? Because that plays a huge part in our day-to-day lives. And our environmental wellness affects our mental and physical wellness as well. I believe environmental wellness may be one of the least talked about dimensions to wellness because it's a low-key controversial topic. It really digs into people's lifestyles, and a lot of people have an issue with change and with changing their lifestyle. And it also has to do a lot with, climate change. People believe in it, others don't. So I feel like that's why a lot of people haven't taken the time to really focus their attention to environmental wellness. In a nutshell, environmental wellness is an awareness of the unstable state of the earth and the effects of our daily habits on the physical environment. It's maintaining a way of life that maximizes harmony with the earth and minimizes harm to the environment. It includes being involved in socially responsible activities to protect the environment. We're all interconnected with the earth. So it's just really important. Why is this important, really? Pretty much everything that we partake in our day-to-day lives and activities affect our earth in some shape, way, or form, right? So whether you decide to drive your car or ride your bike to work, or use a reusable cup versus a plastic cup for your daily coffee run at Starbucks, or even the light bulbs instead of your light fixtures inside your home. We may not realize this, but, due to our extremely busy lives, but we're more connected with our earth than we think. And that's why it's imperative to make sure that we take good care of her, okay? When I mean her, I mean Mother Nature. We only have one. We got to take care of her. And just a main disclaimer before I continue on with today's podcast. I am in no way judging or criticizing the way any of you live your life, whether you use a reusable cup or not at Starbucks. I am not the judge. My job is just simply to inform the public of these different signs of environmental wellness, and it's up to you to base your daily actions off that and make those changes. Trust me, I am far from perfect. I am not perfect when it comes to being green all the time and eco-friendly all the time, but I'm trying and I'm making an effort because I do want to better our planet, and I just really care about her, okay? Throughout today's podcast, when I refer to her, we're talking about Mother Nature, our planet, so don't get confused, okay? And I'm now going to share with you guys some easy tips, easy ways to improve environmental wellness. Super simple steps that you can take that will make a huge impact in our world. For one, stop your junk mail, okay? I'm guilty of this. Americans, we receive almost 4 million tons of junk mail every year, whether that's coupons that we never use or, just junk mail. If 1 million people stop their junk mail, we could save up to 1.5 million trees a year. That's about 44%, or about 44% of junk mail is never even open or read. So how can we stop the junk mail? Contact the major senders of junk mail. Unsubscribe. Can you unsubscribe? Is that only online? I don't know. Contact the major senders of junk mail saying, take me off your list. I'm not interested any longer. And try to go paperless as well. Instead of getting your bank statements mailed, get them through online. So I've already made that adjustment because I rarely ever use coupons, and many companies as well have made the switch and are now doing most of their promotions online. Another very easy way to improve environmental wellness is by snipping your 6-pack rings. So, the 6-pack rings from your beers, your Corona Lights, your Bud Lights, whatever your preferred beer is. The 6-pack holders are virtually invisible underwater, so marine animals can't avoid them. Like seagulls sometimes strangle themselves by catching one loop around their neck while another loop gets snagged on another object. So before you toss, that the 6-pack holder into the garbage, snip each circle with a pair of scissors. So that way it's less prone to hurting these animals. And even when you're on the beach or at the river or a lake, pick up any 6-pack rings you find, snip them, or even just put them in the trash can. But definitely snipping them will make a huge difference. And that's something I didn't actually think about in terms of ways to improve environmental wellness. So I really like that. And the next thing to help improve our environment and leave less of a carbon footprint. Don't leave your water running. This is probably another I have so many pet peeves. This is one of them. Don't leave your water running. Like if you're not using the water, shut it off. When, washing dishes with the tap running can use an average of 30 gallons of water. A running faucet uses 3 to 5 gallons of water per minute, you guys. That's so much water. And as much as 5 gallons of water is wasted if you leave the tap on while brushing your teeth. If you also wash your car at home, using an ordinary hose, you can use up to 150 gallons of water. So when brushing your teeth, just wet and rinse your brush only, and then shut the faucet off. And that will conserve a lot of water. Or instead of washing your car at home, go to a self-service car wash and wash your car there. And it's like quicker also. It's like you're in and you're out. So this can save more than 100 gallons of water. And again, it's just like, let's not be wasteful, people. This is, we got to take care of her, period. And same goes for electricity. Shut it off if you're not using it, okay? Doing so will not only save a lot of energy, it will also lower your bills. And I mean, who doesn't want a very low PG&E bill, okay? Because they be running it up. Like, I miss the days when I didn't have to pay bills and I didn't have to worry about any of those adult things, but now I do. So shut it off. It's a win-win situation. You save energy, you save water, and you lower your bill. And we're going to take our first quick break right now. When we come back, I'm going to share with you guys more easy ways to improve environmental wellness.
Are you looking to learn more about the latest trends from the fitness world? Are you confused by all of the different trends that are out there? The GSMC Fitness Podcast is the place for you. The GSMC Fitness Podcast is the place to come for people of all skill and interest levels. Join us as we explore the latest trends in the fitness world. Does that new exercise really work? Should I try yoga? Whatever your question, chances are good you'll find an answer on the GSMC Fitness Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. Let's get into more tips and easy ways to reduce our carbon footprint and to improve our environmental wellness. Again, because environmental wellness directly affects us and our overall well-being. So yeah, let's get into it. Another easy way is by using cloth bags when shopping or reusing old bags that you already have in your house. So many of us know plastic shopping bags are not biodegradable, meaning that these bags never disappear in the earth. They just break into smaller pieces. So first consider if you really need a bag before taking one, especially if your purchase is small. I know this is one of the first things I tend to consider when I'm shopping at Marshall's or grocery stores or wherever I'm at. If I'm usually carrying my purse with me, and half the time I'm able to fit those items in my purse, or I'll literally just carry it. Like, let me just carry my stuff to my car, because first of all, I have no need for plastic bags. They're just going to be sitting at my house, and I just don't want them. It's more clutter, and I'm all about decluttering. I don't like to hold on to things, and I know those plastic shopping bags are just going to end up in my oven, or in my dishwasher, so I don't need it. Also, bring your own cloth bag when you shop or reuse old bags that you already saved. Stash them in your car so you don't forget. I used to be guilty of this. I'd pull up to Trader Joe's and I open my trunk and I'm like, I forgot my bags at home, and then I'd be forced to use. Well, luckily Trader Joe's doesn't use plastic bags; they use paper. But still, you just keep your bags in your car so that way you have no excuse to take the plastic ones. And yeah, it's just a really easy way to, again, reduce your carbon footprint. Leave reusable bags in your car. Next is sticking to reusable water bottles and straws. I recently just ordered some metal straws from Amazon. I carry 2 in my purse just in case. I mean, they're very compact. They fit anywhere. They don't take a lot of space, those straws. So I leave them in my purse just in case I go get coffee or somewhere. I already have that straw in there. And similar to, leaving the your cloth bags or reusable bags in your car. I leave those reusable straws in my purse so I don't have an excuse to not use them. Bonus points if you use glass or stainless steel though. But if you don't, you still get a point, you feel me? Next, whenever possible, eat local, okay? Take advantage of your local farmers market and restaurants that serve local foods. Not only do local foods have more nutrients due to usually being consumed closer to harvest, eating local foods also saves a lot of pollution caused by transportation. And let me not forget to mention, usually the food tastes so much better than at these local eateries than at the big chain restaurants or big chain companies. I mean, I used to work at like a family-owned cafe in Santa Barbara, and I can generally speaking, the city of Santa Barbara, they're very anti-big chain corporations. Like, there's not even a Target in Santa Barbara. They have, what do they have actually? I can't remember. I lived there like 6 years ago, but I already forgot what I was about to say. So, eat at your local eateries. I used to work at a cafe. That's where I was going. And the food tastes so much better. And I believe it's because it's usually family owned, and family owned restaurants, businesses tend to care more about their products because it's their baby. It's their business. It's directly their name, affecting their name. So they want to put the best stuff out there, the best products, the best food. So I absolutely do this. I try to go local whenever I can. I always go to local coffee shops, family-owned coffee shops over Starbucks, just because, again, I want to support family-owned businesses. And, again, it's improving environmental wellness in this way as well. Another tip, use natural cleaning products. So using natural homemade cleaning products is better for you, your home, your pets, and, of course, the environment. Most household cleaners have a lot of toxic chemicals in them. So just trying to reduce it as much as you possibly can is the best. And this includes also for makeup and like literally any product in your home, like just trying to be as natural as possible. And next way to improve your environmental wellness is, of course, we've been told this many, many times, recycle and compost. This doesn't just go for, plastic bottles or cardboard. You can recycle small electronics, like maybe that 1990 Nokia phone or Razr you're probably still holding on to in that drawer. You can even recycle batteries. You can recycle clothing, shoes, ink cartridges. There's so many things. If you ever have a question about what's recyclable or not, shout out to Google, because you can literally Google anything and find anything on the internet. So just Google, see what you can recycle, what you can't. And that's just going to, easy, simple, effective way right there to improve our environmental wellness. So there's really no excuse. Now, if you want to go the extra mile and challenge yourself in terms of public transportation, ride your bike, walk, or take public transportation instead of driving. I know this isn't ideal for us commuters who have, traveled to a very long distance to get to work. I travel an hour to get to work, and I know it's just not, you can judge me for this, maybe. I'm just being totally honest. I know I'm going to drive over taking public transportation. One, my safety. A lot of women get harassed on public transportation, especially in the area that I live, and I don't want to put myself in that situation. So that's one. Two, I work an hour away, and I don't want to make that trip into 2.5 hours by riding the bus. So I'm going to take the car, and my safety is of utmost importance. So I'm sorry, I'm going to drive to work. That's just me. But if you live close by and, maybe ride your bike, I don't know. Like I said, this is if you want to go the extra mile and challenge yourself. Next thing, plant and tend to a garden. So if you have a little porch or that you can plant something. If you have a backyard, you can grow some oranges, a peach or two. Do it. that's going to help the environment as well. Last but not least, if you want to go the extra mile, and I feel like this is really the extra mile, reducing your dairy and meat intake. Some individuals have even gone as far as going plant-based. I actually used to be plant-based and it didn't work for me. One, I didn't really educate myself on how to be I don't want to call myself vegan because that implies not using leather and, products that aren't animal tested. And I wasn't vegan, but I was on a plant-based diet and I was just surviving off Oreos and French fries. So I just couldn't do it. But reducing your dairy and meat intake plays a huge part in our environmental wellness, okay? The dairy and meat industries cause a lot of pollution, and they negatively impact our climate horrendously. So reducing your dairy and meat intake will definitely improve our environmental wellness. I'm going to get more into plant-based diets in a later episode. I don't want to get too much into that today. But again, this is just if you want to go the extra mile and really challenge yourself how to really reduce your carbon footprint and all of that good stuff. Now, moving on to a slightly different but still similar subject. I felt like it was really important to talk about as well. I wanted to share simple ways to be more environmentally conscious in your workplace, because I have been a witness of being employed in multiple workspaces that are completely unaware of how ungreen they are and their practices are, mainly restaurants and other food places. I mean, restaurants, I know it's also because they don't want to be liable, if they give food to the homeless, all of that. There's a lot of stuff with that. But there's a lot of food waste and plastic waste in the food industry or restaurant industry. And I just think, and also not even just that, at the old personal training gym that I used to work at facility, we used to give out water for each client after the workout. But we would give it in a plastic cup, and literally clients would fill their cup not even a third of the way, chug it and throw it in the trash. My job didn't even have a recycling bin. And it was so frustrating for me because we would talk to our manager and he wouldn't get one. And that's just a whole different story, my work experience there. But I just thought it was really important to bring this concept to light. If you are a business owner or a manager or a supervisor or whatever listening to this podcast, pay attention, listen up, because you can apply the concepts of sustainability to every aspect of your life and everywhere that you go. And this includes your workplace too. No matter what type of job you have, there's always something that we can do that makes our work environment a little more earth friendly. So let's get into it. Many of these ideas are going to resemble the same ones I mentioned previously. So I'm going to try and not be too redundant here. If your office or work environment doesn't have a recycle bin or recycling container, like mine didn't, ex-manager, if you're listening, JK, shoot your manager, owner, boss, or whoever it is an email or text asking if there's a way to get one. Super simple. If you don't have the authority to do so, just ask hey, can we add a recycling bin in the office? Super easy. Another way for our workplace is to be a little more environmentally conscious. Go paperless. Nowadays, you don't really need to print much. So if your office tends to use a lot of paper for unnecessary means, like printing out PowerPoint presentations for everyone in a room, which is another pet peeve of mine, suggest switching to paperless meetings, or at least printing double-sided to waste less, because as you'd guess, it saves 50% of paper costs. So just little things, little adjustments like that, like If you are a manager, print double-sided or even 4. Like I've even seen people print their PowerPoint slides, 4 slides on one side of the sheet. So there are ways to reduce, our paper waste. Another really helpful tip is just super easy. Share helpful reminders. I mean, whether it's pasting a note by the light switch to remind people to turn them off or emailing out instructions on how to print double-sided, just educate your office and make it easy for your employees to make smart choices, to make more environmentally conscious choices. So if there's a will, there's a way. If you really care about reducing your carbon footprint and improving environmental wellness, then sharing a helpful reminder such as literally pasting a sticky note like, hey, turn off the light when you're not using it. Super helpful reminder and will make a difference. And as I just mentioned, if you don't have the authority to do so, again, then talk with your manager or supervisor about ways you can create these initiatives. Like, we can do it. We can all do it. I did it. Most workplaces are a collaborative team effort. They want input from their employees. A lot of times employers ask their employees like surveys and things of that nature of how the company's doing, of ways they can improve, and boom, there's your chance right there. In that survey, you can put, are there ways to be more environmentally conscious, and add some suggestions into that survey so that they know. Like, there's really so many ways that we can just reduce our waste in the workplace, because oh my God, it like grind my gears, like the places I have worked and just how much waste I have witnessed. And I just like, there's better ways. We can definitely be more eco-friendly in the workspaces. And last but not least, how we can be more green in the workplace is by adding some greenery, adding plants at your desk. Not only does it make it more appealing to work at, but it also absorbs pollutants and emits oxygen. So who doesn't love a nice little succulent by their desk? So all of these are great, simple ways to be more environmentally conscious in your workplace. And I hope these were all very helpful for you guys. And I'm going to cut into another quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to share with you guys some amazing eco-friendly Amazon finds.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Hey guys, and welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So I'm now going to be talking about some amazing eco-friendly Amazon finds. Who doesn't love Amazon? Literally, they have everything on there. And I'm going to list some products here. Products that I've used, products I have even gifted to friends. I know over this past Christmas, I gifted a couple of these items. And what better way to promote and improve environmental wellness than when sharing it with others and gifting it with others? Like, I think these are great finds. And again, it's going to make you more conscious of your day-to-day life and just improving your environmental consciousness. So first item here, I gave this actually as a gift. And how I'm listing or how I'm going to say the products, you can literally type the title of it in Amazon, and I wish I could like link the products on here for you guys so you guys can directly see where I'm buying it from, but I'm just going to say it. First item, burlap wine bag. I gifted this for Christmas. All my friends loved it. Burlap wine bag. So this is the natural jute material, or the natural jute material makes the wine bags reusable and durable. It also protects them from dust, so no dusty bottles over here. They're perfect for home storage, gift, and glass bottles, packaging and parties, weddings, and festivals. Like, you can sneak it anywhere, everywhere. Burlap wine bag. That's the first amazing Amazon find. Second, this is titled Grion Eco-Friendly Reusable Produce Bags. This I use in my life, and not only did I realize, like, how many of us have gone to the grocery store, we bring our reusable cloth bags, but we get there and we start like picking at fruit, and right away we grab the small produce bags and put our produce in the plastic produce bag. Like, I have been guilty of this, and someone brought it to my attention. I think it was like my old roommate. He's like, you're using a reusable cloth bag for your groceries, but you're still using plastic produce bags. I'm like, oh my God, like what? That like completely just defeats the purpose. Like, I'm still wasting, and like using plastic bags. So Grion eco-friendly reusable produce bags. These are non-plastic, net zero waste, organic cotton mesh produce vegetable washable bag. I didn't even make sense. What did I just say right now? Organic cotton mesh produce vegetable bag washable. I'm just reading the description of these products for you guys as Amazon has listed them. And these produce bags include drawstrings to secure veggies and fruits. And these bags are made of natural hemp cotton and are biodegradable, so they do break apart over time. The next amazing Amazon find, and this is truly an amazing find, especially for all my dog owners, you need to listen up. These are called Duke bags. DOOK. Duke bags. These are life-changing. Okay, maybe not for us, but for the dog. These are plastic-free dog poop bags, okay? It is literally our duty. Get it? Anyway, it's our duty to take care of our planet and all of the animals who share with us. And I didn't even realize this either, that when I walk my dog, I'm using those plastic bags that the park has. And that's, again, plastic right there. So Duke bags, highly, highly recommend. I always have them in my pocket when I walk my dogs. And if you're a dog owner and you don't pick up after your dog, you shouldn't be a dog owner. That's my, again, I just talked about this. I have many, many pet peeves. That is another one of mine. People not picking up after their dogs. You know how many times I've been close to stepping on dog poop when walking with my dog, or he's even stepped on dry dog poop on our, it just irritates me. Anyway, next amazing eco-friendly Amazon find. You can even find this product at Marshall's, Ross, TJ Maxx. These are wool dryer balls by Smart Sheep. This product is an award-winning product mentioned in Yahoo Lifestyle, Real Simple Magazine, Good Housekeeping, Slate, Bustle, and ABC News as best of the best in 2019. I actually got my dryer balls from Marshall's, not Amazon, but I found these on Amazon and they had amazing reviews. And not only does it soften your laundry naturally, there are no chemicals or synthetics used, so it's great for those with sensitive skin and babies like myself. Not a baby, but I have extremely sensitive skin. So I love these dryer balls. Not only that, but it also shortens your dry time. So it saves time, saves money, and saves energy. A win, and a win. Okay? Triple win right there. And these eco-friendly dryer balls last for thousands of loads, literally thousands. So it replaces dryer sheets and liquid fabric softeners and reduces garbage waste. So it's a healthy alternative to plastic dryer steamer balls. Like, Absolutely amazing. So again, I'll just quickly go over those amazing eco-friendly Amazon finds in case you guys want to take note. So it's the burlap wine bag, the Grion eco-friendly reusable produce bags, the Duke bags, the wool dryer balls by Smart Sheep. So we had 4. For sure, my top 2 top 3 that have changed are the produce bags, Duke bags for my dog, and then the dryer balls. All of these have made a significant impact in my environmental wellness. And if we all incorporate a couple of these things into our daily lives, can you imagine the big difference we can all make together? We don't have to do every single thing on this list, but if we all just incorporate little by little and make these tiny adjustments, we could definitely make a huge impact, a positive impact on our earth. So all in all, some of my closing statements and thoughts regarding environmental wellness is we can't forget that our overall well-being is closely tied to the health of our environment. We are not separate. It's not the earth. It's not her and us, okay? The environmental dimension of wellness includes trying to live in harmony with the earth, okay? By understanding the impact of our interaction with nature and our personal environment and taking action to protect the world around us. I feel like the core principle when it comes to environmental wellness and wanting to improve our environmental wellness, it comes down to respect, okay? Respect for all nature and all species living in it. Environmental wellness does not mandate that you join a movement or organization. That's not what I'm trying to say. If you want to go that far, you definitely can. More power to you. But it does encourage us to practice habits that promote a healthy environment. Improving environmental wellness is simple and results in a more balanced lifestyle. And who doesn't need or crave or want a more balanced lifestyle, okay? So, like I said, all of these tips and easy methods to becoming more eco-friendly in the workplace and reducing our carbon footprint and just overall being more environmentally conscious, these are all very simple and easy methods, and you don't need to do every single thing, but if you do, amazing. But if we all make a more conscious effort to do so, then I believe we can make great change can happen. And I applaud those people. I've even read or seen videos on YouTube of people who are holding a little jar of trash in a mason jar. And in that jar is their entire year worth of trash in that jar. So it's definitely doable. I think it's just putting in that effort. And again, it just comes down to that core principle of respect, having respect for our environment and for all living things on this planet. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up today's episode here at the GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. If you liked what I had to cover today, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss an episode from me. And I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to today's podcast. And as always, wish you all a very happy, healthy, and successful week.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Health and Wellness Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.